Welcome to the No Guilt Fangirls podcast, where liking what you like is never a bad thing. Here's your host and head fangirl in charge, Patty Holiday.
Welcome to the No Guilt Fangirls podcast. I'm your host and head fangirl in charge, Patty Holiday. And today I have two special guests. One is my co-host and my daughter Lucy, and the other is Josh Dela Cruz, who you may know from Blue's Clues, which is airing on Nickelodeon right now. Hey, Josh.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Patty. How are you?
We're doing great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, Lucy is a fangirl of her own. What do you like?
Unicorns and Blue's Clues and You.
Two amazing things. I, too, am a fan of unicorns and Blue's Clues and You, so I like your taste.
You know, it's pretty convenient that she likes those because Josh is here, and Josh is here from New York with us, and he's going to talk to us a little about this show. And I'm going to turn it over to you and let you ask all your questions because she's got a lot of them, Josh. I hope you're ready.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, here we go.
So, this is your first television series.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Since you came from the theater, what surprised you on being on stage, and what surprised you about being on your own television show?
Oh, that's a good question. I guess what surprised me about being on stage is that I've been doing theater for a large part of my life. And once I got to Broadway, I remember thinking, wow, it's like I'm watching my favorite TV show turned into a movie. Like, I know all the characters, I know how it works, but the quality is just that much better and more magical and cinematic. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, this feels right. And when I got to set, when I started working on Blue's Clues, it felt similar, but it was strange because I was coming from the theater. We hear the audience reacting to our performances. So we hear laughing, we hear cheers. And once we got to set, when we're recording, everybody has to be quiet so that they can record a good sound. And I remember telling a joke from the script and then silence. And I thought, oh, I guess it wasn't funny. And then they yelled cut and they're like, yeah, that was great. I was like, really? It doesn't feel like it worked. And I remembered, oh, that's right. There's no audience to react to what you're doing on stage. So I really had to trust myself. And that was the most surprising part. Once I got over that hurdle, everything, it just felt like home.
That's very cool. We also noticed that you were doing American Sign Language on the show. Did you know this before Blue's Clues and You?
Yeah. So I never studied American Sign Language. And before every season, I'll have a workshop with a teacher and a tutor and our producer. And what we do is we learn the sign language that we're going to use for the entire season. Our producer videotapes the teacher just to make sure that we have it for once we get to set. And then the day before we shoot, I'm going over my lines. I see, okay, I have to remember to say thank you. I have to remember to say blue. And what I'll do is I'll just go over that video that the producer took. And before the take, I'll review it. I'll practice it physically. And then once we're doing it, if I make a mistake, the producer, because she was there, luckily is able to chime in and say, hey, Josh, it's actually like this, not like this. So it's a whole team that's making sure that I do things correctly, which is a huge relief for me.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah.
I saw on Nickelodeon that we're celebrating Tuesdays at Blues Days as part of #KidsTogether with virtual playdates on Nick Jr. channels.
Mm-hmm.
Are you recording any of these playdates from home?
Yeah. So all of those playdates are actually recorded right here. This is the only clean wall that I have in my home where that isn't distracting or that doesn't have picture frames and things that would distract. And would make it difficult for Blue to run around. So this is where we film, and the bed, we're in the bedroom. And so the tripod that I have is sitting on the bed, which makes things very difficult because if I put something down, the bed starts to shake, and then the camera will start to shake, and then we have to do it all over again. So we're filming everything here. We're filming it so that we have some content for the kids out there, for the parents out there, to help entertain and to help everyone through this rough time, because we're here together.
Do you do the drawings in the notebook, or do you have a hand model?
I do some of the drawings, but if my hands are looking, exceptionally good, it's the hand model.
Do you actually play the guitar, or is that just background noise?
Oh, that's a great question. So I actually learned to play the guitar for the show. So I'm playing the guitar, and I learn I learn all of the chords, and I learn how to play the song. And then once we're on set for because of sound, everything has to be quiet, or else the audio gets messed up, and then we'll have to do the entire take over again. They actually put dummy strings when we're on set, so that when I'm standing there, I don't accidentally hit a string while I'm talking and then ruin the take. But yes, I am playing the guitar, and it's been a really, really fun thing to do because I've always wanted to learn how to play the guitar.
In 10 years, what do you want people to remember Blue's Clues and you about?
Oh, that's a great question. I guess when I was auditioning for the show, my friends and my family at Aladdin, the show that I was doing on Broadway, they helped me get ready. So they did the lines with me, and I thought to myself, wow, this is really cool, because we started laughing and we started singing the songs and remembering all these good times. I hope that in 10 years, people will remember our show and smile and laugh and share and share that moment with other people, and maybe hopefully their own kids one day. So in 10 years, I hope people are still smiling and laughing.
Well, thanks, Josh. We really appreciate you coming on the show with us today, and we're big fangirls of Blue's Clues. Have been for a really long time over here. So we're down with everything you guys are doing, and appreciate you putting out all this great content for all of us stuck at home right now. So keep working. Doing it great. We love it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Patty. Thank you, Lucy. Those are amazing questions.
Bye.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.